Kevin, the FA Cup final is an all-London affair and Arsenal are taking on Chelsea. Arsenal 23-10 underdogs. Chelsea are 23-20 favourites, and the draw is also a 23-10 price. Looking at this game, Kevin, Arsenal and Chelsea, this would round off Arsenal's season in tremendous fashion. Chelsea have already qualified for the Champions League, but Frank Lampard will be looking to get a bit of silverware in his first full season in charge.
Yeah, both managers, of course, in the first full seasons the first seasons with the club. So this is a big game for Mikel Arteta, of course, and Frank Lampard. If you're looking at the individual match betting of the game, personally, I'd be looking at Chelsea at the price. I think Chelsea are a very, very good price for what they are. Underdogs, Arsenal, and that's no surprise the way it's gone for them. They were heavy underdogs against Man City in the semi-final. Such a surprise for Arsenal to get through that game. But it was down to how they played, and I think Mikel Arteta has modified the tactics a little bit. He has sat in a little bit deeper, and he's played counter-attacking football. And they've got real pace in the side, as we all know. Aubameyang with the 2 goals in that semi-final against Man City, he has to be a great bet. You've got to be looking at Aubameyang to be scoring at any time. But I think we'll probably come to that a little bit later. But Aubameyang is probably a tremendous bet to be scoring at any time, certainly for the first goal, Aubameyang. But I think with Chelsea, great win in knocking Man United out of that cup semi. Of course, Champions League football was the priority for Lampard at the start of the season. And I think they've got a way of playing Chelsea where it's quick, it's incisive, it's very, very attacking, but they do leave themselves open and they leave themselves vulnerable to sides coming against them. And that's going to play into Arsenal's hand. Both teams to score seriously appeals to me in the match. But I do, as I'm saying before, fancy Chelsea at the price. They will be vulnerable. Chelsea to win, both teams to score seriously appeals to me because I think the way that both sides do defend, especially Arsenal at times this season, although they were sensational against Man City in that semi-final. David Luiz probably had his best game in that semi-final, but they are vulnerable. They're not consistent defensively at Arsenal, and I fancy them to concede as well as Chelsea. So Chelsea to win, both teams to score really appeals to me. But across the 90 at 23-20, I think Chelsea are an outstanding bet.
And Kevin, that particular outcome you've gone for there, Chelsea and both teams to score, is a 3-1 chance, which probably might appeal to some Chelsea fans out there. And Kevin, looking at the first goal scorer market, you mentioned Aubameyang. He's world class. That's the only way to describe him. He's 4-1 favourite. Then you've got the likes of Giroud and Abraham are 5-1. You look at Lacazette at 11-2. Christian Pulisic, I'm a big fan of his. I know you like him too, Kev. He's a 6-1 chance. And Eddie Nketiah is in there at 13-2. Would you be sticking with Aubameyang?
I would be sticking with Aubameyang. Probably give you a few reasons across the other ones. If you're looking at Chelsea, I think Chelsea will win this game, of course. But Chelsea have been slow starters, I think, in certain games this season when I've seen them, and that might suggest to me that Arsenal come out, get in front, and Chelsea may get a turnaround in this game. Aubameyang appeals to me at 4-1, especially with the goals that he scored in the last game in the semi-final against Man City. Giroud, Abraham, it's a 50-50 call which one Lampard's going to start. He probably will go with Giroud, I would imagine, because he started him in that semi-final as well. And as I said, there's a few different options to go with on that first goal scorer, but I'd fancy Aubameyang. I think Aubameyang at 4-1 is an excellent bet, yeah.
And Kevin, for all the Boyle Sports customers, we have a €10 no-lose bet on the FA Cup final. You've put up a couple of selections. You've gone with Chelsea to win and both teams to score at 3-1. You've gone with Chelsea to win in 90 minutes, 23-20. And you've gone with Aubameyang at 4-1 to score first. Where would you put your €10 no-lose bet on the FA Cup final?
Well, all three of those appeals to me, as I was saying. Probably looking for the value. Aubameyang's the better price at 4-1. A no-lose bet. It's a great chance, I'd feel, in that one. Probably the outstanding one of the three, though, if you're looking at across the 90 minutes to get your value for the bet, will be Chelsea to win and both teams to score at 3-1. I think you're going to get a value across the 90 minutes. It'd be good fun to watch across the 90 minutes as well, waiting for it. And if Arsenal do score, you've still got your chance of that turning round. So, yeah, I'd go with that one. Chelsea to win, both teams to score at 3-1 is the outstanding bet, I think.